Okay, here we have a mid-60s Dual 1019 turntable. This turntable has been comprehensively serviced by Dr. Dual up in Ontario, Canada. He has a website. Take a look at it. You can get a sense of, the type of work that he does to get these wonderful old machines working properly. He really knows his stuff. He takes apart all the gears and levers and cleans them and then relubricates them and puts them back together just right and gets everything dialed in the way it should be. So it basically works like a brand new turntable, which is a real rarity when it comes to these old Duals, which almost always, are noisy or don't quite work right or have hum, or they can be very problematic unless you have a qualified technician essentially take them apart, rebuild them so that they work properly. This one has on it a fairly hard to find item. It's a strobe disc, a little cardboard strobe disc in both 60 hertz, 50 hertz for those of you overseas. So that's an addition. It also comes with most, if not all, of the original paperwork that came with this turntable. And I have an owner's manual, a price list from Germany from 1966-67, according to the date on it. I think there's a template for in constructing a custom plinth. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Also, you can see there's the box for the 45 stacker, which I actually have. This is a very hard to find item nowadays. It's a stacking spindle for 45s. It works perfectly fine, which is great fun to stack up a bunch of 45s and let them go. If you prefer doing single play on 45s, I have the Dual branded plastic 45 adapter. I also have here the LP stacking spindle, which, if you look carefully, you can see it still has its original rubber bits intact. On most of these that you come across, they don't work right because the rubber that grips the LP over time has dried out or disintegrated, and it will not work as it should. This one is still intact and is perfectly functioning. So you can stack up, a half dozen LPs, put it in automatic mode, and you can, listen to records for a few hours without having to get out of your easy chair. It's great for parties, let me tell you. Some other interesting features about this particular Dual 1019 is, as I alluded, this model was apparently originally sold in Germany. I'm going to guess it came home with like an American serviceman who was stationed overseas. Very common story. However, there's not too many of these European Duals in the United States. You will notice if you look at the LP size selector, it is indicated in centimeters, 30, 25, and 17. Dual 1019s that were sold in the United States say 12, 10, and 7 there. So that's kind of a neat thing. Makes it kind of a curiosity as far as I'm concerned. It also has the original German Dual plinth. I don't know if you can see the logo on there. It says Dual. Most of the Dual 1019s that you will find in the United States will have a United Audio branded plinth. United Audio was the distributor for Dual at that time. And the Dual turntables that were retailed in Canada will have a Noresco plinth. So to find one with a real German Dual plinth is a bit unusual, at least in this part of the world. Additionally, if I were to take off the platter and show you the top of the chassis, which I'm not going to do right now, you will see that it has a voltage selector switch so that you can use it in both Europe and North America. I'm pretty sure that the 1019s that were distributed in the United States do not have a voltage selector. Why would they? Additionally, if you look towards the back, you can probably see those kind of clear cables. Those are upgraded interconnects that Dr. Dual installed on this turntable. The 1019s that were sold for the North American market have RCA jacks underneath, but the ones that were distributed in Europe do not. So Dr. Dual took the admittedly inferior original factory interconnects and put on some really nice heavy-duty, well-shielded, low-capacitance cables. which to my mind are an improvement for sure. So I'm going to put a record on the platter because I want you to see how silky smooth the action is on this and how quietly it operates. It's an old copy of Monkey's Headquarters. Great record, highly recommended. Select the speed selector on 33. I'm going to put the record size selector at 30 centimeters, or for those of you who speak English, 12 inches. And here we go. Now at this point, you probably don't hear any mechanical noise. A common element with idler drive turntables, in particular dual turntables, is rumble. You're not going to hear any rumble from this machine. It has been so well serviced. It's very quiet in the groove. You won't hear any kind of rumble or hum or hiss coming through your speakers. It is a very, very quiet running dual turntable, and that is a real rarity, let me tell you, because I've gone through, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 dual 1019s over the years, and they've all been pretty rumbly beasts, but not this one. This one is about as good as it gets. It is very, very quiet. I'm also going to demonstrate that you can, in fact, turn off the record, in the middle automatically just by moving this lever to the stop position. The arm returns right back to the rest and sets down. Shuts off. Now, if you prefer to not use the automatic start function, you can manually start it. So I'm going to show how I would do that. I like to use the Q lever, put the arm in position, and then if you slide it over to where it says manual, it starts up the platter, and it gently glides into the first groove. I also want to just kind of demonstrate that the auto reject at the end of the side does in fact work perfectly. I'm going to slide the arm over to the run-off groove and show you how that works. Just getting there. Let me advance it a little bit. I think it's still in the music groove there. Sorry about that. Hold on. There we go. You can see that the set down is spot on accurate. I'm just going to drop the arm, switch itself off. Now notice how long it's taking for the platter to stop spinning. The power is off. The motor is not on. But with such a heavy platter, you get quite a lot of that, that flywheel effect. So it will spin for quite a while with no power. I'm not going to let it go all the way to the end because that would probably take a couple of minutes. But that just kind of gives you an indication of just how smooth the action is on this machine, how little friction there is on that platter. And what that translates to is better timing, musical timing, quickness, and also a reduction in background noise. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to show you that all of the speeds work as they should. So I'm going to turn it back on. Still slowly spinning down. I'm going to put the arm in position, turn on the motor. Oops, sorry, I just bumped my phone. Right now it's at 33 speed. I'm going to switch it over to 45. Instantly gets up to speed. Now I'm going to go to 78 speed. Voila. Incidentally, for those of you who collect 78s, this is an exceptionally good choice for 78 duty. That's one of the things I've used this for the most, is for playing 78s. I would turn it back down to 16, but it's going to take a little while for the platter to get there, so give me a second here. Hear a little bit of chatter there because the platter is moving faster than the idler wheel. See if I can help it along a little bit. So right now I have it set at 16. It's going to have to wind down a little bit to get to that point. There we go. No, it's going to be turned. So if you, for those 5 people out there that might have a 16 RPM transcription record, you can play it on this turntable. So how about that? So I'm going to put it back up to 33. So there you have it. It's a circa 1966-67 German model Dual 1019 turntable, comprehensively serviced with a nice selection of accessories and paperwork, original dust cover. Good to go, ready to enjoy for many decades to come. Thank you for watching.